Did you just get a notification or an email stating that you've just been approved for your brand new credit card? I love it. I've had over 90 credit cards and it never gets old. Here's the 6-point checklist that you need to follow after getting that sweet, sweet credit card approval. There may even be a couple of bonus tips that you should also consider.
I'm Key, a credit card, points and miles enthusiast and travel lover. On my channel, I discuss the mistakes I've made, my future travel goals, and overall credit journey since 2016. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.
Now that you've gotten that approval, the first thing that you should do is go right back to your credit report and put a freeze on it. If you haven't gotten in the habit of freezing your credit reports, please go over to my friend Joe from the Credit Card Connection and check out his story about how someone fraudulently utilized his credit profile and signed him up for a credit card. Personally, after watching Joe's video, I put a freeze on all of my major credit reports. These are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. The whole process took me about 8 minutes, and that includes me signing up for free accounts and placing that free freeze on the credit reports themselves. After your credit reports are in a frozen state, we'll now want to head over to our newly acquired credit card company. Sign up with a username and password, and while you're at it, you should also consider either setting a due date for your new card as well as setting up automatic payments. Personally, I set up automatic payments for the full statement balance each and every pay period. Because we just started a new year, happy 2025, by the way, I'm going to let you in on what I'm doing to help streamline my finances and just credit card portfolio. Now, I get paid from my regular W-2 job twice per month, once on the 1st and once on the 15th. I plan on taking my credit cards and dividing them in half. Half number one, I plan on moving all of the statement pay dates to the 2nd of every month. And that second tranche of credit cards, I plan on moving to the 16th of every month. This is just one day after my paycheck hits my account. And again, I'm just hoping to streamline my finances a little bit more so I don't have 500 different cards hitting on all different dates throughout the month. Next up, add these cards to your mobile wallets, whether it be Samsung Pay, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Add the card to your mobile wallet to make it more convenient for you as you are trying to meet that minimum spending requirement or obtain a bonus on this newly acquired credit card. Now, I talked about freezing my credit a little bit earlier in this video, but I also want to make sure that I tell you that the next thing I do is actually add the credit card information into my password manager. In 2025, I have the goal of traveling every single month. As a result of this, I utilize a password manager because you're definitely not going to catch me in the streets with my full portfolio of credit cards. By utilizing a password manager, I'm able to store all of this information. So if there is any shopping or any purchases I need to make, I can make sure that I'm utilizing the credit card I want, and that gives me the most optimization for that purchase. Moving along to the next item on the checklist, which is add this credit card to a dining portal, shopping portal, and any other method that you have on stacking points and accumulating points in a rapid pace. I utilize Bilt Rewards as my dining program, but when I'm not utilizing Bilt, I often use the JetBlue TrueBlue dining program as well as shopping portal. Despite not having a JetBlue credit card, I definitely acquire quite a few miles just by tagging these cards to that program. Every time I get a new credit card, I am reviewing my monthly recurring charges. In doing so, I'm able to see which one of these recurring expenses are able to easily have their payment method switched. So in my experience, I move over my YouTube TV subscription, my cell phone bill, and a few other charges to assist me in hitting that minimum spending requirement. Speaking of minimum spending requirements, this leads me to my final item on the checklist, that this is the primary card that you're utilizing until you hit that minimum spending requirement threshold. Today, I see a lot of cards that have a threshold of about $3,000 to $6,000 within the next X number of days. You should not be missing out on this promotional period. Make sure you have a plan to hit this amount. And one of the easiest ways of doing that is making this the first card you pull out of your wallet if you don't have one large charge or a few large charges to help you hit that tranche of spending. Be sure to let me know down in the comments, what items should I add to the checklist? Maybe bonus tip here. Depending on the card that you just recently acquired, you may want to double check the benefits and perks that come along with the card. For example, if you applied for the American Express Platinum card, there's so many perks that come alongside having this card, such as an Equinox credit, global entry, airline incidental credits, so on and so forth. Make sure that you not only register for these perks and benefits, but also put that to use. These perks do count towards that minimum spending requirement, and you should not be missing out, even if you plan on never stepping foot inside an Equinox gym, for example. Make sure use all of your credits to your advantage.
Where did I shoot this video? The Graduate by Hilton Providence, which is a part of obviously Hilton. Hilton acquired this 33 portfolio of hotels in April 2024 for a little over $200 million. Sometimes I just like trying out new hotels in my area. I used my 2024 $200 Delta Stays credit from the American Express Delta SkyMiles Platinum credit card business. This is a calendar year credit, which means now that it's a new year, I have a fresh $200 to use in 2025 for bookings. Now, this hotel has a lot of character, as you can see. The 2025 Men's March Madness basketball first and second rounds will be hosted in Providence. This would make a great spot if you're coming into town for the basketball tournament. It is about a 4 to 8 minute walk to the arena, and it's not currently sold out. It looks like you can expect to spend around 50,000 Hilton points per night. There are so many diverse restaurants in the area for you and your friends and family to enjoy. I'm not affiliated with any restaurants, but the ones I'd recommend are Viva Mexico, Red Door for drinks, the American Res Bistro, and my favorite drink there is the Family Practice. Bayberry Garden if you're looking for something more fancy. 10 Prime is actually great for happy hour drinks and appetizers, and I've never personally been, but my nephews love it, Frisky Fries. Grab my Hilton Aspire link in the description box down below to top up your Hilton account before March.